Welcome back to the Fishing Doctor's Adventures. Today I'm out here on Heffley Lake and we're on quite early ice. I think it's November 30 today, or 29, and the ice is about 4 inches thick. Now when you're fishing early ice rainbow trout, you want to focus on pretty shallow water. Oxygenation in the lake is great, and there's still some green weeds up in shallow. And that's where the bugs will be hanging out and where the fish will be chasing them down. So one setup I like to use is a jaw jacker. Use a small jig. I like white or glow. Just a small one like that, or the ones that come with the jaw jacker. And then a small piece of night crawler or garden worm or some sort of bait. I just thread the worm right onto the hook, so it becomes one with the little jig, because you don't really want bait sticking off the hook. You just thread the worm right on like that. That's got a little bit too much, it's curled up the hook, so I'll probably trim that off, but you got the idea. And you want to fish in shallow because that's what they'll be cruising, especially early and late in the day. So look for areas. I usually go on Google Earth, and you'll actually be able to see the shallow areas under the water by looking for those lighter green areas. They're usually off points or underwater islands. So go try those areas first. And anywhere from about 3 to 6 feet of water is usually where they'll be cruising. And if you notice a transition, it's really flat and shallow and then it drops off, try along that edge, because that's really where they'll be cruising. Sometimes the only way to find those spots is to drill several holes from shore out. And don't be afraid to drill really close to shore, maybe like 6 feet offshore sometimes, because if that shoreline drops down quickly, they'll be cruising right up against the shore. So let's get this jaw jacker set up and see if we don't catch any rainbow trout here early in the morning at Heffley Lake. Now when you're fishing in British Columbia through the ice, you're actually only allowed one line at a time through the ice, which is kind of disappointing. So most other provinces you're allowed multiple lines, 2, 3, maybe more. And so I still bring it along, because when I'm drilling other holes and setting up in the morning or taking a break, I throw the jaw jacker line back down so that I'm still fishing even when I don't have a hook in the water. And usually I'll catch the fish before I'm even done drilling holes. So let's see if we can't repeat that today. And without any further ado, let's get it down. So usually when you're in like 4 feet of water, which I end up in this hole, just put the hook right in the middle of the water column, you know, like 2 feet off the bottom, 2 feet under the ice. Oftentimes in the winter time, the rainbow trout, they'll cruise anywhere off the bottom because the oxygen, temperature is all great. So if they see food anywhere along that water column, water's really clear, they'll come up and take it. So just put it somewhere where they're going to see it, right in the middle, and that usually works for me. Oh, I got one already. I just dropped it down there. I just dropped it down there and saw this guy come up and take it. Did you see that? I didn't even get set up. I just dropped the jig down, wiggled it a couple times, and bam, this guy came in and just smoked it. Hopefully that's a good sign. We didn't even get the jaw jacker set up. We already caught that nice little rainbow trout on that worm and jig. So let's get that one back in the water, catch some more. Now, since I'll be making a bunch of noise on the ice drilling holes, walking around, I might not hear the jaw jacker go off. So grab a pair of bells. These ones that have the clip are best. Don't put it on the end of the rod because it'll go flying off when this thing sets off. Just set it at the base of the rod, so when it goes off it makes a noise, but it won't go flying across the lake and you'll have to go looking for it in the snow. Okay, let's see what this jaw jacker does while we're setting up. Thanks for watching. Keep watching this show. Let's see if we can catch more trout. That was a really quick one. It doesn't always happen that way when we're out ice fishing.